Okay guys, got a good buddy of mine's Byrna LE here. Before modifications, we're going to get the feet per second on it. I was trying to take off his hoe grip and I ripped it. Sorry buddy. But we're going to go ahead and pre-pierced 5.10 gram Air Tactical hammers. Good old trusty yellow button. .316. .260. .248. .242. .242 again. All right. Before modifications. Okay guys, got my buddy Dk Spencer. Got his Byrna LE here. We're gonna go ahead and modify it for him. See if we can't get it hitting a little bit harder than it currently is for him. All right, let's do this. He doesn't have the compensator on here, so we're not gonna have to worry about taking that off, but we'll go ahead and start removing these screws. We're gonna leave that one and that one in place. Set that up there. We're actually gonna pop the top first. So let's go ahead and pull that wire. Nice and even. Put your finger in there and get it out nice and even. Go ahead and pop the top. Set that off to the side. Got our ball release here. It's got a couple springs we don't want to lose. Set those off to the side. And we can go ahead and continue on. Now these screws are shorter than the middle ones, so I'm going to keep those separate. Middle, and then go ahead and go to these back ones. That top one's longer than this bottom one. This is the medium screw. And then you got one here at the trigger housing. That's the smallest one with the nut. Alright. Now, from here, we can go ahead and pop this little guy. Go ahead and take off our safety on this side. screw off to the side there. All you do is get yourself a little pry bar, get it started. Very gently, so you're not hurting the plastic or anything. Get that removed. Set off to the side. Alright. Now from here, we can separate the clamshell. Now, just kind of get in here. Start separating it. Normally you'd be worried about if stuff pops out on you or flies out or comes flinging out of there, but I know where everything goes, so we're not too worried about that. Heard some stuff coming out already. Sounds like it's releasing all kinds of stuff. Okay, separated. And this is where we'd be worried because a bunch of stuff started falling out, but again, I know where everything goes. We're not too worried about it. I have a video that's very instructive on how to do all this. So we're just going to get it done. Not even going to waste no time fully explaining to you guys what I'm doing here. We're just gonna get it done. Like I said, I have a video explaining exactly what to do. Okay. This back side. Okay. Seems like he's putting Loctite on those screws. Wonder if he's had issues with them popping out. Now we can just pull this out. Go. Alright. Now I'll get that piston out. Alright. I'm gonna drill this piston out. Take this spring off. Using a 1/16 drill bit. Go ahead and get you a little set of pliers. Put a little piece of rubber in it because you don't want to mess up the brass. Put this bad boy down in there. Now that you got that nice and secured in there and it ain't gonna spin on you and you're not gonna hurt the brass, and we're gonna drill it out nice and slow. I don't want to do this all over the parts, so I'm gonna come off the camera. You're gonna go in and out. Like I said, I got a video showing how to do all this real good, so I'm just gonna go for it. Slow, in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay. Now, when you get to the end there, you can see nice and all the way through. Okay. Now, you can see got us a nice little hole drilled all the way through there. Making that hole nice and big all the way through the valve, piston. There we go. Modified piston. Okay. Go ahead and put your spring back on there. Go ahead and get some Captain O-ring here. And grease her on up. There we go. Now you want to take your plug, do the same thing. Some grease on there. Put it on there. Now this is spring loaded here, so you don't want to strip nothing out with these tiny little threads. So we're gonna see how I try to pop back out. It's spring loaded. Push on that spring. Get that push past the gasket, line it up nicely, and get it threaded in. You don't want it over tightened, just nice and snug. Bam, it's in there. Alright, set that off to the side. Now, I gotta pop this key ring out. Right there. Get you a nice little flathead pry bar. Get it started. Just like a key ring all the way around. Don't push that pin out of place. Come on. Almost there. There we go. Alright. Key ring popped out. Now we can go ahead and pop our firing pin out of the air chamber. O-rings don't look too bad. Actually look real good, which is good. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy. We don't want him no more. Piece there. That entire pile is staying out. Okay. Now, go ahead and grease this guy all up. I went ahead and notated my O-ring sizes for future replacement. So, because Byrna's not gonna give us O-rings for these. I wish they would. I wish they would supply O-ring kits for people like me who definitely don't need them to work on their launchers. But 'tis life, right? Then we just gotta find aftermarket stuff and make it work. Alright. Put this back in. Pop that back in place. My hands are nice and greasy, so I'm gonna wipe them off real quick and continue on. Okay. Now we gotta get this key ring back in. This can be the most frustrating part. Oh man, you gotta keep it just Perfect. Okay. Continue all the way around. All right. Snapped in all the way around. Something I want to note with these air chambers with the LEs. Every single one of them, I've pulled apart 5 of them now, have been different. You got this aluminum that's green. One had aluminum that was blue. And 3 of them had plastic ones. Crazy. Huh? Tis just the manufacturing, I guess. Probably amongst different manufacturers, Byrna has spread their inventory across. Alrighty. Now let's put it all back together. With greasy hands. Okay. This safety latch back on the back side here. Help hold stuff in. Okay, that's all held into place. Set that back down there. Toss our barrel back in. Lines up in its grooves, slips right in. Lines up with the detents. Pops right into place. There we go. Now we'll drop our air tube back in. Hold on. Go ahead and get this out of the way for a second. Jump the gun there. Let's put the air tube back in first. Let's grease it up. Don't worry about extra grease, it'll just blast that stuff through there. Pop it in, back down, snap it in, holds it all in place. Now we can do our barrel. Snap that into place, line it right up. 12 gram in. Okay. Now from here, let's go ahead and put our mechanism back together. Make sure that spring goes down in its groove. Let's just start over with that. Okay. Make sure everything's sitting in there properly. There we go. Much better. Alrighty. Sit down in there. There we go. There it is. Darn it. Spring goes down. Make sure everything's lined up properly. Pushes into place. Bam. Holds that all in nicely. We're all in, all together. Now we can take our mag release and drop it back into place. Make sure our air chamber is pulled down and open. And then we want to make sure we put our guide back on, and then we want to make sure we put this lever guide back in. Then we could snap our two shells back together. Sure everything snaps back together properly, and then we can start with this long screw to hold everything together up here. This long bolt and nut. Of course. Okay. Start there. Holds it all together for you. And then pull in there. Looks great. Perfect. Now we can put this safety back on. Okay. All right. Now we can drop these springs back in here, right at the top. Ball release back in. Drop our top back on. Take our wire, push it in nice and even. And then get you something and finish pushing it in the rest of the way. All right. My buddy's modified Byrna LE. Okay, buddy, let's see what we did. Same rounds, pre-pierced, yellow button, $378. $366. $346. $324. $312. There you go, buddy.